Next panel, thank you to this panel. The next panel, Miguel Asensio, Melissa Tidwell, Lisa Fithian, Janani Kasturi, Whitney Blythe, Jaden Davis, Miguel Asensio. I will show that individual registering a physician in opposition, Melissa Tidwell. Same thing. Lisa Fithian, registering a physician in opposition, not wishing to testify. Janani Kasturi, go ahead.
My name is Janani Kasturi, here representing myself in opposition to this bill and as a constituent of Senator Kirk Watson. As Ta-Nehisi Coates noted in the Atlantic Monthly in February 2011, childbirth is labor. It is work, hard, courageous work. And it should inspire horror in anyone to consider the state turning that hard labor into a mandate, or potentially a death sentence, as it will be when women's access to health care is restricted. The story and the name that I wish to resurrect here today is that of Savita Halapanavar. Her life and death is a study in the mandate that SB 1 will help enact for Texan women, citizens and immigrants alike. Last fall on October 28th, Savita died in Ireland's University Hospital Galway from being denied a medical termination for her miscarriage. She was 17 weeks pregnant when she was admitted to the hospital for back pain. It was then determined that she was actually miscarrying. After enduring a full day in severe pain, she requested a medical termination, which she was denied because the fetal heartbeat was still present, and as she was told, Ireland is a Catholic country. Savita made it clear that she was neither Irish nor Catholic, but an immigrant and a Hindu, and yet the hospital denied her repeated requests for a medical termination. She endured 2.5 more days of unimaginable pain as their fetus slowly died, and it was finally removed, but by that point it was too late for Savita, who died of septicemia and E. coli ESBL. Ireland's draconian abortion laws turned Savita's willing pregnancy into a death sentence. You may reasonably expect that stories like hers will happen here. In fact, already have happened here today, as I have heard in these testimonies. Savita, like me, was an immigrant and a woman. Most of my years here in America, first as an immigrant child and then as a citizen, have been spent here in Texas, and it frightens me that a person's presence in one state or another could determine her living or dying.
Thank you. Whitney Blythe.
My name is Whitney Blythe. I come from Allen, Texas. Kim Paxton is my senator, and I oppose this bill. I originally came down here 2 weeks ago from Dallas to contribute my own story, body, and voice to the heroic group of people participating in the filibuster. I had my own story to tell, a coming out to many people that know me but did not know of my abortion. I came from a long line of young parents and have many adored friends that have had children very young as well. And although their choice was not my choice, I made mine because of and for them, so I could utilize the resources and mobility accessible to me to help ensure a better life and better world for them in whatever ways I needed to. That includes me being here today. While I have been here, thousands upon thousands of stories, not including mine, or even those of friends and fellow family members that could not be here to share theirs, have been presented to you and often discarded en masse. This disturbs me very deeply. The sheer volume may bore you, but it astounds me. And the quantity strikes me as perhaps the most important quality of the testimony before you. Abortion has been around since the beginning of human history, although known by different names. Interestingly enough, before abortion was politicized, the church refrained from statement because before its quickening, it was considered restoring the menses. And the church considered it no consequence to them. You have precisely two choices when faced with the reality of abortion. It began before there ever was a law regarding it, and it will continue despite any that is made. So, You can choose to use thinly veiled attempts to hinder abortion, which will not be successful, despite what you may tell yourself. Or you can assure that women seeking them can do so safely and unencumbered. Those are the only two options. This legislation is a well-orchestrated, possibly well-intentioned hoax, but it will not accomplish anything you have all set out to do unless the goal is to be responsible for the agony and possible death of thousands upon thousands of Texas women.
Thank you. Jaden Davis?
Yes. Thank you, members of the committee and Madam Chair, for hearing my testimony this morning. My name is Jaden Davis, and I'm a constituent of Senator Kirk Watson, and I am undeniably against Senate Bill 1. This bill, if passed, will be a great disservice to Texas women everywhere, but especially those who live in the Rio Grande Valley and greater West Texas, where all local abortion providers will be effectively shut down by SB 1. And personally, I want to know why we're sitting and participating in a special session under a false pretense of this bill, which claims to be invested in the health and safety of Texas women, when this same body struck down a bill protecting a woman's right to equal pay under the Equal Work, Equal Pay Act. It seems that the only objective of this very expensive and unnecessary special session is to push unsound legislation rooted in faulty science and the desire to legislate morality into law without concern for the position that you put your female constituents in. If you are paying attention, and I surely hope that you are, then you will know that when women are denied access to safe abortions, they become desperate, and they will take matters into their own hands. That is not speculation. That is history. If this bill is passed, please know that your vote in favor of SB 1 will effectively let your pro-choice, pro-women constituents know that you no longer represent their best interest, and that you are ready to be unseated. If you care about Texas women, please respect their autonomy, and please respect their choice to do what they will with their own bodies. Thank you very much.